Okay, we call it the missing piece because trigs has been done from grade 10, and right now we're at the brink of exams. So we just want to fill up whatever information that needs to be filled up, hence the missing piece. And we are looking at what? Trigonometry. You should remember, this has 6 sections. 6. I can make a checklist for you, just for you to be able to remember. The first one is, can you reduce? Reduction. Number 2, can you work with your quadrants? Quadrant is where you use your right angle. Okay. So you use your right angle here. What do we then use? If it's a right angle, we use what? Pythagoras. Then we use what? SOHCAHTOA. For you to reduce, I've taught you a lot of methods. And we're going to go through it again. Use your calculator. There's nothing wrong with it. No one is interested in how you get the answer. Getting the answer is what counts now. That's where your 1 mark is. Number 3 is proving identities. Number 4, general solution, which is connected to trig graphs. And number 6, you have your 2D and 3D, which is application. Look, these are your 6. You need to start ticking where you have challenges and quickly focus. Get that out of your way, of your system. These are the 6 sections that trig entails. But every one of them rests on reduction. Do you know how to reduce? Please get your formula page. Make sure it's close by you. Right now, you should have one opened. Get one close by you. If you have not been familiar with that page, please be familiar with it. Know where the formulas are. Know where all the little tricks are. Okay. All right. Now, okay, we said trigonometry. Oh, I remember we're trying to look at this proof. Let me just start with this one. Somebody had sent it on the group. I quickly looked at it in the last session, but let's look at it again since we're dealing with trigs. All right? It's just a random question that we saw. Look, the first thing here, when it comes to proving identity, we always start from the complex side. And 10 is complex. You agree with me? 10 is 2 identities in one. So, and please, when it comes to proving identities, know how to work with fractions. I think that's the key thing. Can you work with fractions? A quick way, fractions, people. A over B plus C over D. Very simple. Multiply diagonally. A times D would give you what? AD. Okay, let me say plus or minus. Plus or minus, multiply diagonally, CB, and then multiply the denominator, BD. You are done. Diagonal, diagonal, denominator, triple D. DDD. Diagonal, diagonal, denominator. You're done. Oh, making 4. Done. Diagonal, diagonal, denominator, done. Gives you your distinction, 5 Ds. Diagonal, diagonal, denominator, done, distinction. Because that's where learners struggle, fractions. So if I look at 1 plus tan x, I know every one of us would want to change it to what? 1 plus sine x over cos x. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. 1 plus sine x over cos x. There's nothing absolutely wrong. That's actually where to start from. Now, can I just simply then say, oh, since it's 1, I am already seeing fractions. Can I say 1 over 1? Over 1 over 1 minus sine x over what? Cos x. Oh, now we go to our fractions. Diagonal, diagonal, denominator. So if I look at the top, 1 times cos x, all that give us cos x. First diagonal is done. Second one, 1 times sine x. Sine x. What do we have? Denominator over what? Cos x. I'm done with the top. Now, I want you to know how to avoid having so many things. There's a division and a division, right? Learn to break it down into simple algebra. I'm going to do this. Make sense? Is it making sense? Good. Again, I have my diagonal denominator. So what we have? 1 times cos x, minus sine x over what? Cos x. Oh, I see something already. Can I change my division to multiplication? What do I have? Cos x plus sine x over cos x times cos x. This is just a warm-up question for us now. Cos x minus what? Sine x. Oh, that then goes. I'm going to teach you something again today. You see where we are? Cos x. Okay, so this gives me what? Cos x plus sine x over cos x minus sine x. Interesting. Look, don't stress. Don't. I'm looking at my right-hand side now. Can I walk around my right-hand side as well? You know you can do that. Work on both left and work on both right. Until you get the same thing and then you stop. You're done. You can. You're allowed. Yes. Because right now some of you are stuck saying, I don't know where to go from here. Don't stress. You for real, right? It's okay. Because actually both sides are complex though. Let's use a yellow pen to work on the right-hand side. I think we can change one. Please, there's something I'm going to let you see today. I want you to master this. I can change one, right? To what? Sine squared x plus cos squared x. By the way, I can also change what? Sine. You must identify all identities and change them. That's one rule of proving tricks. Identify all what? Identities and what? Change them. Okay, what is sine 2x? All right, we know that would be what? 2 sine x cos what? X. There's something I'm going to please expose you to today. 2 things. Cos 2x. And this you need to write on the formula page that you have. What is cos 2x? Look at where I'm going. Do you see my answer is cos x minus sine x, right? Cos 2x is cos squared x minus sine squared x. And this is difference of 2 squares. Please, you must know that. And the one on top is another thing that I need you to keep at the back of your mind. You will see what I'm going to do here now. I'm working with the right-hand side, right? Look, sine squared x plus 2 sine x cos x plus cos squared x is a trinomial. I want you to keep it at the back of your mind. Over. Can we break that down? Difference of 2 squares. Cos x minus sine x. Cos x plus. Oh, I'm moving close to that other one. Are we okay? Let me show you the trinomial that is here. Please take note. You need to write this top one somewhere. This is the same thing as sine x plus cos x into bracket sine x plus cos x over cos x. I want you to know that. Keep it at the back of your mind. Oh, check. What do sine x plus cos x over cos x minus sine x, which is the same thing as the one in white. Cos x plus sine x over cos x minus cos sine x. I am done. We normally write QED, proven. I haven't forgotten what it means. But when I was in school, we used to write that I'm done. Teacher, take everything now. I want to see QED. Please, there are two things I want you to put at the back of your mind. I am quickly going to this and that. The top one is a trinomial expansion. Sine x plus cos x, all what? Squared. Do you see what I've done now? Proven the left to the point, prove the right to a point, and I'm stopping. They are not equal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do the left-hand side. Do the right-hand side. No, I can still move from here to here. But if you are not succeeding, you did the left one to a point, and you see that you're stuck, do the right-hand side. See if you're going to get to that same point. If you hit that same point, stop. You're done. If it means your left-hand side is equal to what your right-hand side is equal to, you are done proving. You are allowed to prove both of them side by side. So should you get stuck, having done what is right though, don't worry. Go to the right-hand side and start as well. Get to the same point and stop. But please, the two important ones that I want you to put at the back of your mind is the trinomial. Sine x plus cos x, all what? Squared. And then what? Difference of two squares. Guys, did this make sense to you, those of you at home? Can I get your response at home? All right, guys. So please take note of those two things. They are always hiding. They have a lot of things. The difference of two squares. So pick a formula page, and on your formula page, just go to where your cos 2x is and write it as this. Cos x minus sine x. Cos x. Write it there. The more you, so look, wherever you are writing it now, use that throughout the year. Every time you see that, then it's easy. It on that formula page and use it consistently. Prove the right hand side to a point, prove the left hand side to a point, and you are good. Okay. Go and answer. Please, guys, there are some questions I'm very jealous over. 6, 7, 8 marks on reduction. Those are free marks for everyone. Use whatever method that works for you. Use whatever method that works for you. Okay, let's move. Let's move. Let's see what we have. Oh, quadrants. We're dealing with quadrants first. Beautiful. 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 When it comes to quadrants, three things are important. Please. When it comes to quadrants, three things. Let me take you back. I wrote the three things that are important on quadrants. Right angle, Pythagoras, SOHCAHTOA. You get that, you're good. Right angle, Pythagoras, and SOHCAHTOA. Let's quickly take a question. We don't want to waste time here. You'd see what I'm going to do. It says, given P, A and negative 40, OP is 41 units. POX is what? Theta. And our angle lies between 270 and 360. Which quadrant is that? Okay, I'm waiting for those of you at home. I already have an answer here. Which quadrant is that? Those of you at home, talk to me. I'm waiting on you. Which quadrant is that? Ah, awesome. the fourth quadrant. Beautiful. So draw your right angle triangle. This has marks. Please don't just do it on a rough page. It's theta, right? Lovely. So it is OP because they said given P, A. So our X is A and our Y is what? Minus 40. Oh, makes sense. That's our Y. That's our A. That's O. OP is 41. Do you know you can get A from here? I told you three things. It's Pythagoras. Check. It's right angle. Rat. It's Pythagoras. And what? Trig. Socatua. Those are the three things. And it's in that order. Get your right angle. Number two, work with what? Pythagoras. Can everybody get me what A is? I hope you remember the Pythagoras. I'm waiting for you to get me A. This child is looking at me here. Pythagoras. Remember your Pythagoras? R squared equals to what? X squared plus Y squared. Quickly, look, this marks, I'm very jealous. Every learner needs to get this correct. And already, you know this is your X and that's your Y. Quickly, show all workings. Show all workings. You see, it's 6 marks, the first question there. What is A? Okay, I'm having a different answer here. What is R? 41. Squared. What is our X? A squared. Plus negative 40. So, I don't even need a calculator to this. Do you know that? No. Let's not use calculator. Some of you are still going to for MBT. So this is what? 41 squared minus what? Negative 40. Are you aware that negative 40 squared is the same as 40 squared? Okay. So this is basically 40 squared equals to what? A squared. Right? So can I do it without the calculator? This is difference of two squares. 41 plus 40. 41 minus 40 equals to what? A squared. What is 41 plus 40? 81. 41 minus 40? 1. So A squared equals to 81. What's the square root of? It's plus or minus what? 9. But we are on the right side. So A is equal to 9. Already you have how many marks? 3 marks or so here. You're not supposed to get the remaining one. Okay. Let's go get our marks. 82 cos theta plus sine. I actually like this question. 82 cos theta. Can we get cos theta? What is cos? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What is my adjacent? We are looking at this angle. 9. What is my hypotenuse? 41. Oh, let me write this question. 81 cos theta. I want you to see how tricks can be so easy and enjoyable. Number 1, it says 82 cos theta. What do we have? Plus sine theta minus. What did you say? Okay, sine theta minus 180. Plus sine theta minus 180. To make our life easy, I could actually do all of this. X is 9, right? Y is negative 40, and R is 41. I've written everything I need. Do you know cos theta is what? Y over R. No, sorry, X over R. I don't know if you know this thing. This is grade 10. Y over R. Cos theta is what? X over R. Tan theta is cos what? Y over X. It's the same thing as your SOHCAHTOA. So I can actually work now. What do I have? 82. What is cos? X over R, right? Which is 9 over what? 41 plus. Let's reduce sine theta minus 180. This is why I said reduction is. Do we know how to reduce? Let me show you different ways of reducing. Things that can help you quickly. Should you not know how to reduce, I'm going to show you 2 that should work for you. We know this from grade 10, theta. What is this? 180 minus theta. What is this? 180 plus theta. What is this? 360. Whenever you want to reduce, walk around to make sure you have something that looks like this. So if I have theta minus 180, it doesn't look like what we know, right? Add 360 to it. If it doesn't look like what you know, add what? 360. So I have sine theta minus 180 plus 360. What is 360 minus 180? 180, right? Positive. So that is what? Theta plus 180. It looks like one of these now. Which quadrant? Third quadrant. And sine is what? Negative. We're done. That's one method. Method number 2. Use your dummy angle. Use 1. Anywhere you see theta, put 1 to get the sine. So I'm doing that with you in case some of you are joining us and seeing that for the first time. So we put a 1 there. Sine 1 minus 180. What is the sign? It's a negative. I'm only interested in the sign. Negative, right? So that's my negative there. That's the negative. With 180, you don't change the trig what? Ratio. Remember, 0, 90, 180, 270, and what? 360. Head nod and head shake. It is 180. So you are asking, sine, should I change you? Move your head to where 180 is. You're saying no already. Don't change me. I'm still valid. We're done. Sine theta. So what do we have? 41 divided by 82 is 2. No, not cos 9 over 41. What is cos theta? X over R. All right. So 42 divided by 81. That gives me what? 18. 81 divided by 41 is 2. All right. Minus, what is sine? Y over R. What is Y? Negative 40 over what? 41. This is 18 plus 40 over 41. What's your answer? Seven, 8 over what? 41. Done. 6 marks in the bag. 6 marks in the bag. 6 beautiful, lovely marks in the bag. Thank you, Leslie. Guys, I hope I'm trying to simplify this. I hope it's working. We don't struggle with things like this. Here we rejoice. We jump in the exam and say, yeah, yeah, yeah. We dance. You see this, you just shout, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's wrong? I'm so sorry. I'm excited because I see my marks now. Second one, 27 tan theta minus cos 90 minus theta. 27 tan theta minus, write that question out for me quickly. 27 tan theta minus cos 90 minus theta. Okay? I'm going to use the same page to deal with this question. I want you to see that this examiner is just repeating concepts. What do we have? 27 tan theta minus cos. Oh, brilliant. Do you know we can get our tan theta already? What is tan? Y over x. We're done. What's our y? Negative 40. What's our x? 9. Minus. Let's reduce cos 90 minus theta. Okay. Use a dummy angle there. It should be positive. Right? Cos 9, we are reducing just cos 90 minus theta. Okay. So be careful. I don't want you to say negative on that because now you're going to say negative, negative. All right. So we know this is equal to what? Sine theta. You must put that because that's a mark. Now, what do we have? 27 negative 40 over 9 minus, what is sine? Y over R. Negative what? 40 over 9. Put this in the calculator and you get your answer. You're done. Over R, right? Oh, sorry. Over 41. And you're done again. Please confirm answers. Let's work together. It's so easy, so fun to do. This is what people are crying about. Yeah. So something so easy. 4, 6, 496 what? 0 over 41. Please confirm. Okay, Leslie has a different answer. Please, let's all confirm now. Negative 4880 over 41. Negative 4880 over 41. We're done. Makes sense, guys? You can see how simple this thing is. Get your reduction in place. Get your triangle in place. Use your Pythagoras. And you're done. Third question, let's quickly see. Cos 2 theta plus 1. Easy. Cos 2 theta. Examiner is now giving you a double angle. But we are working with single angles. Use your formula page. Cos 2 theta plus 1. Use your formula page. Cos 2 theta has 3. You can use any of the 3 here. 2 cos squared theta minus 1, right? So what do you have? 2 cos squared theta minus 1 plus 1. 2, what is cos theta? X over R. 9 over what? 41. But don't forget it is what? Squared. We're done. 9 times 9, 81. 81 times 2, 162. 40 is 16. We should get 1881, something there. 1681. I said 1881. So what do you have? 1? Guys, we're done. Check the marks. First one was 6 plus 4, 10. plus 3, 13. Just like that. No, it's the same principle. So get it. It's right angle, Pythagoras, trig. So the key thing is know how to reduce. Thank you, Monica. Know how to reduce, and we're done. And let's go enjoy some more questions. Can we go ahead? Let's just go enjoy. I feel trigs today. Oh, I love this one. Given that sine theta cos theta equals to t, where this examiner, where 2 theta, but we're working with theta and theta. What's wrong with this, guys? Formula page. If you go to your formula page, there's something that looks like sine theta cos theta. It's there somewhere. Oh, so you and I both know that sine 2 theta is what? 2 sine theta cos what? Please remember, this is your key. We are working with what? 2 theta. No, Leslie, they're not brutal. They just love you. I love them. But wait, what do you notice? What did the examiner give me? What is that? That's t. So sine 2 theta equals to what? And already this is over 1. Yes, I was impressed that you got this answer right. I was very impressed. Did it make sense? There's always something familiar. That's why I said, get your formula page. It's your best friend. And now they told us that 2 theta, do you see the examiner says work with 2 theta. 2 theta is between 0 and 90. Which quadrant? Huh? The first quadrant. Bibi, give me some confidence. It's the first quadrant. No. And what is the angle? I told you the first thing is your right angle. And after that, what is next? Pythagoras. But wait, we know sine 2 theta. Do we know sine? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse, or we know it as y over r. Whichever one works for you. Doesn't matter. So your hypotenuse is 1. The opposite, which is our y, is what? 2t. By now in grade 12, you should be able to calculate that without even writing Pythagoras. Square root of what? 1 minus 4t squared. But let's do it. Let's show everyone. R squared equals to what? X squared plus y squared. What is our R? 1 squared. Do we know x? No. Plus 2t. Please, everything squared. 1 minus 4t squared equals to x squared. What is x? And it is plus or minus, right? But which one are we using? We're using the positive one. Once you get to this point, forget the rest of the question. You can do it. Once you get to that point, you have your triangle. You can do just anything now. Tell me, 10 2 theta. What is 10? Now we know our x, we know our y, we know our r. Right? Or you know your opposite, you know your adjacent, you know your hypotenuse. What is 10? Either you say y over x or opposite over what? Adjacent. What's your answer? Please write down your answer for me quickly. I want to mark here. For those of you at home, quickly write down your answer. All right? So what do we have? We're looking for tan 2t. Let's quickly get that. The work has been done. What is tan 2 theta? It's either you say y over what? X, or you say what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. What's your opposite? 2t. What's your x? 1 minus 4t squared. You get your 4 marks now. But you must show this because triangle, 1 mark. 1 mark. Pythagoras, 1 mark. Final answer here, 1 mark. What are we looking for now? Sine what? Theta. It's a single angle now. But the examiner is working with what? Double what? Angles. How? We are looking for sine what? Theta. How can you get this from 2 theta? Don't say divide by 2. We are not dividing. Go to your formula page. There's a formula that contains 2 theta. In fact, let me tell you this. Whenever you are given double angle, work with cos 2 theta. I know that cos 2 theta, which one has sine? 1 minus 2 sine squared what? Theta. We're done. What is cos? X over r. What is our x? Root of. This is how easy things can be. What is my x? 1 minus 4t squared over, what is our r? Oh, 1. Minus 1 equals to, you're fine with my minus 1? Minus 2 sine squared what? Theta. Now you want to get sine, just sine theta. Get rid of that what? Negative 2. What do? Divide both sides. By the way, guys, this is now useless. Divide both sides by what? Negative 2. What do you have? If you are confused, you can change sides. Should you be confused and don't know what to do? Bring the 2. I want to make this very simple. Bring the 2 sine over. What do you have? 2 sine squared theta. Here, we're not trying to show with no math. We want the basics. Move that whole thing over to that side. The negative one becomes what? Positive. 1 minus 4t squared. Make sense? Divide both sides by what? By 2. Now you know you have to find what? The square root. Please don't try to solve it. Some of you must say you must get an answer. No, we're done. Don't try to be a hero now and say, I want to go further. Please talk to me. Did this make sense? When you are working with double angles, cos 2 theta is the boss. Can I get your responses quickly? Leslie, you want to work with 90 minus 2 theta on which trig ratio? Lovely, Monica. On which trig ratio? You want to say sine 90 minus, okay, let me see what you're trying to say. You want to say sine, is this what you're trying to say? What are we working with? Is it 2 theta, right? Equals to cos. Okay, but now what we are looking for sine theta, remember? This doesn't help me at all. This doesn't help me at all. You're going to get there, but you're going too far. I can still get there, but you're going way, way, way too far. You don't need all of this. You need to learn to change the double angle to what? A single angle. And your quickest way is to work with cos 2 theta. So just let's keep it simple. Then let's bring in this one. This one is going to be, you don't have the luxury of time in the exam. Okay. And that question is done. Oh, beautiful here. Please use your calculator. I've taught you this over and over again. Don't even crack your head. You know how to use your calculator. Do we know how to use the calculator here? 10,480 equals to shift 10, and this is 6 marks for free. Let's work. You would see where the marks are. 10,480 equals to shift 10, answer, done. Negative 60. I'm done with my first mark. It's negative 10, 60. I'm done. Mark 1. Remaining 5. Sine 300. Look here, we are not worried about. Just use your calculator. That's what we're saying. That's what this session is for. You've been learning all kinds of skills that are not working. Learn this one. Shift, sine, answer, done. Negative what? 60. Use brackets so that you don't get it confused. Negative sine 60. There's no need. Cos 14 is an acute angle. Leave it as cos 14. What is sine negative 135? Use your calculator quickly. You see, I'm doing this for you to be able to practice. Sine negative 135 equals to shift, sine, answer. What's your answer? Negative 45. You're done. Third mark in the bag out of 6. Over sine 104. Jump to your calculator. No one is going to know. Sine 104 equals to shift, sine, answer. What do you have? 76. I'm getting somewhere. Sine what? 76. Mark number 4. Move to the next one. Cos what? 225. Remember something about cos. Let's see. I think this one would give us straight. Shift, cos, answer. 135. This is where I'm going. When it gets to cos and it gives you an answer like this, what do? Subtract 180. What's your answer? Negative 45. Guys, are you aware that I already have 5 out of 6? Cos negative 45, right? But cos negative 45 is the same as what? Cos 45. No, we said cos 225, right? Sorry, my negative is there. Are you aware that I'm already on 5? Out of 6. What else is remaining? I'm already on 5. I'm here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm already on 4. Oh, 5. Easy marks. The rest is special angles now, right? Don't cram it. If you don't remember, look, at this stage, we're not trying to be experts. We're looking for marks. What is tan 60? Negative root 3. What is sine 60? Root 3 over 2. Now, don't go and put cos 14 in the calculator. It's an acute angle. But you should know that cos 14 and sine 76 are going to cancel out. Should know co-functions by now. What is that? Negative root 2 over 2. Over, check. Are you aware that sine 76 is the same thing as cos 14? Examiners know they don't want you to use a calculator, so they're not going to give you angles. Even me as a teacher, I don't know what cos 14 is. But sine 76 is the same as cos 14. I said for cos, you are going, if you don't get 130, okay, let me do it again. If it doesn't give you an acute angle, cos 225, shift cos answer 135. What do? Subtract 180. Negative 45. So the negative goes out and 45 stays. Are we okay now? I saw a request for me to repeat. Lungelo and Tlantla. It's only cos. If it doesn't give you what you want, if it doesn't give you an accurate answer, then you say minus what? 180. All right? And negative cos 45, negative root 2 over 2. Check. Check this. Negative times negative, positive. Root 3 times root 3, 3. And then over what? 2. Don't leave these 6 marks without confirming. Go back to your calculator and type everything in. It's 6 marks. This is the mark I'm very jealous about. Go back to your calculator and type everything in. You don't want to run and be doing wrong things. No. What do we have? 10, 480. Close the bracket. Sine 3. You know this one? You can even teach a grade 8, this thing here. Sine negative 135. This one is for grade 8 learners. Sine 104. The bracket and cos 225. Close the bracket. Done. I have my 6 marks in the bag. Already we're coming from quadrants. We know 3 things are important with quadrants. What? Right angle, Pythagoras, SOHCAHTOA. Now you come here and get your 6 marks again. Check what we're getting. We're done. Don't go without confirming. Tricks. Look at this one. Do you know how to reduce? Without the use of a calculator, forget that thing. Use your calculator. Cos 90 minus 2x. That's sine 2x. Because it's a 90. Remember, cos is saying, should I change? 90. Move your head to where 90 is. 90 is up and down. Saying, yes, please change me. Change me. Change me. So what is cos 90 minus 2x? Sine what? 2x. What is tan 180 plus x? Use a dummy angle. Just put 1 wherever you see what? 180. Don't crack your head. But by the way, 180 plus x is in the 3rd quadrant. Don't make our mind also redundant. 180 plus x in the 3rd. And tan is what? Positive. Okay? Don't let's just keep using that and make our mind redundant as well. Tan x. Sine squared 360 minus x. Forget about squared. Let me teach you something here. Anywhere you see 360, you can always put a 0. It's on the same thing. All right? So, I have sine 360. This is in the 4th quadrant, right? And sine is negative. So, this is negative sine x. But do you notice now this is squared? It means all of this will be what? Squared. Negative times negative, positive. What do you have? Sine squared x. And I'm done. So what do you have? Sine, it's plus. Plus sine squared x. I see already that I have identities. Not just 10. Sine 2x is the first identity I'm seeing. What is it? 2 sine x cos x multiplied by sine x over what? Cos x plus sine squared x. What do you have? 2 sine squared x plus. Are we fine? What's your answer? 3 sine squared x. You can also confirm that you are correct here. Do you know that? I want me to show you. How? I love how. I love the house. Check what I'm going to do. I want to confirm if I'm right? Anywhere I see x, I'm going to put 1. So what do I have? Cos 90. 2 times 1? 2. So 90 minus 2, right? 10. 180 plus 1? 181. Let's see. Plus sine 360 minus 1 is what? 359. and I put my squared, right? Check your answer. What's your answer? 9,13, blah, blah, blah. Just keep an eye on that answer. 9,13, blah, blah, anything there, right? Okay. Now, go back to your calculator. Look at your answer. Have you seen my answer? 9,13 orders, right? So I'm going to say 3 sine, what was my x? 1 squared. Done. I'm correct. 6 marks in the bag. So if you go back, right? Instead of, some of you finish the paper and lose unnecessary marks. You go back and check. Oh, I've made a mistake. Let me fix it. Please talk to me. Is what I'm saying making sense to you? Guys, how are you feeling? How are you feeling with trig? How are you feeling so far? What do you think so far? Isn't this just made fun, easy, and... Okay, if you have a question for me, baby, please bring it. I kept my secrets. No, Leslie, I didn't. But, here we go. Yes, I'm happy. Oh. I wish you were here. You'd see me just dancing. Trigs make me dance. Let's do one question here before we come to this one. Bibi just gave me an early birthday gift. Check this birthday gift. Check this birthday gift that she gave me. Root 3 sine x sine squared 72 plus sine squared 198 root 3 cos x. I know somebody's already fainting. Like, what is this? No. Take it one step after the other. There's no need to... I'm seeing this question for the first time too. 10, 120 sine x. 6 marks. Please check if I copied correctly. Those values are small. Root 3 sine x. Sine squared 72 plus sine squared 198. Guys, let's tackle this. Ooh, I'm loving this already. Okay, there's nothing I'm going to do to root 3. Let's just leave it. There's nothing I'm going to do to sine x. Let's leave it. Sine 72. There's nothing I'm going to do to it. 72 is already smaller than 90. Let's leave it. Plus, now, sine 198. Let's reduce. Let's reduce sine 198. Sine 198 equals to shift sine answer. Get your answer. That should give you sine 18. No. Yeah, negative 18. Don't square it yet. What do you have? 18. Okay. Now we square that negative 18. No, you don't need to say negative 18 squared. You are having negative sine 18. Square it. The negative falls away. What do you have? Sine squared 18. Right? Sine squared what? 18. Root of what? 3. What is cos x minus 90? Definitely, I am going to change that trig ratio. Positive sine x. Oh, great. I'm already seeing where we're going. Over. What is tan 120? Give me an answer. It's in the second quadrant. That is negative 1060. Don't solely depend on it. You see, while you are practicing now, do all of them at the back of your mind and use your calculator to confirm. You must know both ways. Negative what? 10, 60, sine x. Look, let's look at this thing. It looks hectic. But I see. What do you notice about the root 3? It's common to both. Sine x is also common. Can we factorize? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So I have root 3. I have sine x. What do I have in the bracket? Sine squared 72 plus sine squared 18 over, what is 1060? Root 3. My other what, baby? I factorized. When you factorize, you don't write both. This goes. That goes. What do you have? Negative. I want to show you something here. Sine squared 78 plus sine squared 18. It looks like we are stuck. No, 72. It looks like we're stuck, right? I am seeing a square identity here. Because what is sine 18? Sine 18 can be written as cos 70. When they say without the use of calculator, know that the examiner is working around those. Are you aware that 72 plus 18 would give you 90? So it means this is negative what? Squared sine 72 plus what? Cos squared 72. That's a square identity which is 1. Negative 1. Throw all of that in your calculator. Use any value of x. Check if you are going to get negative 1. Learn to confirm your answer. Arithmetic, is it 1 or negative 1 though? Let's confirm, everybody. Type everything in a calculator. Use any value for x. Any value. Any value. Give you 1 minute. Use any value. You should watch this video again just the day before your tricks. What's your answer? Negative 1. 6 marks in the bag. Boom. Off to you, Jay. Guys, so don't let the question intimidate you. You were intimidated by the root. No. See what you can do first. Okay? And then see, okay, I've got a negative, I've got a root 3 on both sides. I'm going to factorize it. There's also sine x on both sides. Factorize it. Boom. Don't forget your co-ratios. That one, please don't forget. That sine theta equals to cos 90 minus theta. Anytime you see an acute angle and the examiner says without the use of a calculator, to what? From sine to cos. Yes, sine is also equal to cos squared 18. So you can change whichever one you want. Oh, we're done. Thank you for that question. That was just a lovely birthday gift. Thank you. Although birthday is still far, but thank you. I really enjoyed the birthday gift. Best one that I've received ever. All right, let's quickly work out this one. Let me break this into 4 pages. Let's tackle the first one. I just hope that everything I'm doing makes sense to you. Shown below are 3 trigonometric identities which form a pattern. Oh, number patterns. Gosh. Sine theta minus cos theta over 1 minus 10 equals to negative cos. Okay, let's study the next one. Sine squared. Oh, I'm noticing something. They've introduced a squared. What's my answer? It also has a squared. Do you see? Check the third one. It's a cube. It has a cube. Give me 5.2.1. Follow the pattern. Done. We're done. What's our answer? Negative cos 2022. Somebody's busy crying now. Oh, what type of equation is this? This is a free mark. Free mark, just observing. Oh my God, this examiner is very wicked. Ooh, our teacher never did this. Come on. Just observing. Now, if once you get used to practice, it becomes so easy. Don't go into exams with stress. You won't sleep the night before. No. Next question. Next question. Check. For which values will what? This be undefined. Do you know how to deal with undefined? When do you say something is undefined? Somebody type in for me. When do we say something is undefined? Quickly. Someone type in for me. When do we say something is undefined? Okay, Bibi has given me an answer. Can somebody else give me an answer? When do we say something is undefined? Undefined means you are going to get an error. Right? Oh, beautiful. Denominator is equal to 0. Thank you, guys. You're doing the job. So, can you put this denominator over? Don't go and look for 1 minus tan cube theta. Don't go there. Use the simple one. 1 minus tan what? Theta equals to what? 0. Can we solve this? Take the 1 over, it becomes what? Okay, let me do what you are comfortable with. Is that fine? Then what do we have? Tan theta equals to 1. Right? So what do? We look for our reference what? Angle. Well, how do you find reference angle? Arctan of 1. What is that? 45. So what is theta itself? 45 plus what? K 360, where K is an element of. But now the examiner has given you, every time you see this in your answer, it means list the answers. So let's list. Oh, no, I'm making a mistake. Tan is 180. Sorry. Only sine and cos is what? 360. So let's list. Do you know how to list? You sub K as what? 0, 1, negative 1, 2, until you get out of your restriction. So the first one, when K is 0, what's your answer? 45. When K is 1, 2 to 5. But 2 to 5 has gone beyond 180. Make sense? What other value do we have? If you say negative 1, it is going to be negative 135. It has gone beyond. We're done. Oh, yeah, okay, I just saw a message now. Yes, I fixed it. Yes, talk to me. Thank you, Idris. Got your message now. Thank you, Monica. Monica, what do you mean? Equals to 90. I'm not sure. I'm seeing 90. Check. 5 marks. Huh? 5. Yeah? 5 good marks. Okay. 5.3. 5.3. Quickly look through. Tell me what your answer is. Write down the nth term. Just want to quickly get a fresh page here. Quickly. Write down the nth term. That's my question. I don't even know why they're asking this question. Because this question and 5.2.1 is basically the same. Honestly. This guy's just wasting page. Okay, Leslie, you don't have to sketch graphs. You don't need graphs. You don't need to sketch graphs here. Okay? When it comes to 10, you only need to do 1. Just do plus 180 and you are done. Okay? Leslie, I hope I'm making sense. Guys, write down the nth term. What will it be? We are simply saying sine n theta minus cos n theta over what? 1 minus 10. What will this give you? Negative cos to the power n. Another 2 marks. Please tell me, is this a question? Is this a question or we playing now? Let's do some serious stuff. Man, this year we are just playing. Okay, we have another 5 marks to look at. Oh, we've got to prove here. Huh? Yeah, sure. You see, they even get this examiner. I love this guy. This guy doesn't have time to play. Just giving learners some free good marks here. Show that, okay, I think I can just delete this. Guys, do you think you can prove this identity? Can you prove this identity? You know what I would have done if I were you? Start from the complex side. Which one is the complex side? The left-hand side. So this is what I would do. I have seen the pattern that it's all respect to the exponent. So I'm going to work it out without the exponent. Sine theta minus, it's left-hand side, right? Over 1 minus, no, I don't need to write 10. Sine theta over, this was where we started today, dealing with what? Fractions. So what do we have? Sine theta minus cos theta over, can we deal with this fraction? What are we going to get? Diagonal, diagonal, diameter. Cos theta minus sine theta over what? Cos theta. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here quickly. Remember, fraction of a fraction. Write it nicely. It is sine theta minus cos theta divided by what? Cos theta minus what? Sine theta over cos what? Theta. This is over 1. Right? So what do we have? Sine theta minus cos theta times what? Cos theta over A. But there's a problem. This thing, they look alike. But sine minus cos, we bring in what we call what? Sign change. Add a negative to one of them. So what are we going to have? Negative. Once I put a negative here, I am allowed to swap now. Cos theta minus what? Sine theta multiplied by cos theta over cos theta. Remember, all of these are together. What's our answer? Why 1? It's multiplying. I am now going to go and put all my exponents. I'm done. N. Bam, dee boom, 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 boom. Do do a dee do ba dee do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba bam. Bum bum bum. Bum. Done. What are you saying? Idris, 5.2.3. Sir, that base, what happened there? Second step. Which step? Jube, you tell me which number? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one? Oh, you see it now. Good. Some of you wanted me to go through 5.2.3. Guys, general 5.2.3. Check. Write down the nth term of the above pattern in terms of the given what? Identities. In terms of, so my first term is negative cos theta. My second term is negative cos square theta. Those are the given identities. So what's the nth term? Just replace all the numbers with n. Talk to me, are we okay? Those of you that were requesting for 5.2.3. They said in terms of the given identities. And that's it. All right. We good, everybody? I just love... These questions look like... Oh, guys, we are on 2D and 3D. Ritimeti, I don't understand what you mean. In other cases, how should we know? How should you know what? Questions are different. Just follow the question. Okay? Questions are different. So observe the question and read. The problem with maths learners, we don't read. Let's read. If we read, then we make sense out of the question. Okay, we have 2D and 3D. Let's see what this 2D and 3D is. Look, a simple idea when it comes to 2D and 3D. Change all 3Ds into 2Ds. I'll explain what I mean. Change all what? 2Ds into 3Ds. Let's quickly read this question together before I change. The captain of a boat at sea at point A notices a lighthouse. Let me get a highlighter. Notices a lighthouse LH. Oh, thank God they gave us that. Right angle triangle. Directly north of its position, it determines the angle of elevation. That's the angle of elevate. Elevate means to look up. Okay? Of L, the lighthouse from A's theta, and the height is X. Oh, lovely. From point A, the captain sails 12x meters in the direction of B. There we go. East. From point B, he notices the angle of elevation again is theta. A, H, and B lie on the same. This means on the ground. Look, you're done. Let's go change this into what? Change all these 3D into what? 2Ds. Can you tell me how many triangles do you see? Now let's play a game. How many triangles do you see? Okay, I've got... Don't let me tell you what I have. Yeah. How many triangles do you see? Count. How many triangles do you see? Let's see. How you are seeing 4? Okay, let's see. And in drawing this, you don't have to draw exactly this shape. ALH is a right angle what? Triangle. You don't need to draw that shape. Just label it nicely. That is A. Oh no, why black? This is A, this is H, and this is L. X, 90. What is that? Theta. We're done with the first one. Let's draw the second one. What's the second one? It is H here, B here, L here. What is that? Theta. What is that? X. 90, right? Thank you. There's a triangle somewhere that I see. At the bottom. A. H. B. What is this? 12X. What is that? Beta. Now, there's another triangle. I don't know if that would work for us, but let's just draw it. Sometimes it works. L, A, B. I don't know if this is the triangle you all are seeing. You see, this one is not going to be alpha plus beta. I know that's what you're thinking.
No, the alpha will be there, like the 12x will be there.
Oh, the 12x will be there. We don't know that angle.
The 8 angle will be alpha plus beta.
No, that's what I'm saying, that it cannot be. Beta is on the ground. It's a triangle on the ground. YL is on the top. I remember using tenths. So we're talking about two different angles. The wedding tent. So there's one angle from the ground going up. All right, so imagine there's a rope on the ground to the top. That angle of elevation. And beta is the triangle you draw on the floor. So this is not alpha plus beta. That's where the confusion is. That's why, in this case, we've got nothing to do with that triangle. Okay. So, can I take this triangle out? Look, if you can do this, I think you are safe. We are safe. Check the first one. Determine what? AH in terms of x and theta. Where is AH? Let's label this triangle. 1, 2, and 3. Which triangle will you work with? They said x and theta. X and theta. We are looking for AH. Either you work with 1 or why do you want to work with 2? We are looking for AH, by the way. It's just 1. Can you see life made easy? Life made easy. Good. Work out AH for me quickly. Unknown. Quickly, let's work it out. I'm not doing this 2 marks. Let's work it out. Work it out, people. Work it out. 2 marks. We're looking for AH. You know your angle. You know which one is opposite. You know which one is the hypotenuse. You get your free marks here. Fast. In terms of x and theta, just work out AH, baby. In terms of x and theta. It's 2 marks. Leslie, you're still asking for a break. We'll see. What is theta? This side is opposite, right? And this side is what? Hypotenuse. And what is this? You are looking for your adjacent. And you have your opposite. What trig ratio is that? 10. Opposite over what? Adjacent. We're done. Tan theta. What is our opposite? X. What is our adjacent? AH. We're looking for AH. We cross multiply. AH, tan theta equals to what? X. What is AH? X over tan theta. We're done. 2 marks. We're done there. 2 marks. 1 for the trig ratio, correct trig ratio. No, why do you want to use Pythagoras here? You don't have what AL is. We don't know what AL is. We cannot use Pythagoras. We're creating a whole lot of problems because we don't know AL. So you must always check what you have. Got it? Okay. Plus, examiner told us in terms of what? It means those things must be in your answer. All right. Let's carry on quickly. Let's see. Let's see how many questions we have still remaining. Okay. Let's finish this. I think we can take 15 minutes. Would that be fine? Because we had agreed on that. All right. Check the next question. Prove that what? Tan theta is cos B over what? Cos beta over 6. Let's go and look at the diagrams. Don't worry about the diagram that they gave you now. You are working with yours. Tan theta is what? Cos B over 6. Okay, wait. Do you know now I know my AH? What is my AH? X over 10. I'm going to go back to my split diagram. X over man, I'm done here. The question is, do you know when to use sine rule? Do you know when to use cosine rule? Do you know when to use sine rule? Every teacher has taught that. Two sides and an opposite what? Angle. When do you use cosine rule? I've told you how to know cosine rule. Use the formula. Check. Crash course. When to use sine and cosine rule. Crash course. Do you know your cosine rule? A squared equals to what? B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Break this formula into 2. Do you know where to break it into 2? Where there's the negative. A, B, and C, what are they? Sides. So when you are given what? 3 sides. Cosine rule. Check the second part. You see, you don't even need to cram anything. Use the formula page. When you are given what? 2 sides and what? Not just one angle. You see, it's a different letter. Included what? Angle. Formula page. If I were you, I'd make a note on my formula page. So that every time I see, that's why I said use the same formula page. Find your cosine rule. That's how I know when to use my cosine rule. In fact, check your area rule. Half AB sine C. Once you see these letters, they are different with an angle. When do you use it? 2 sides plus included what? Angle. And there are some cases where both sine and cosine rule would work. But you're already streamlining your answers. You know what's going on. Make sense? So let's go check what we want to prove. What do we want to prove again? Prove that tan theta is what? Cos beta over 6. Hold on. If you check all of this, which triangle do you think you would use? 3, because that's where your beta is. Right? So let's copy 3. Let's copy 3. Okay, there we go. What do we want to prove? Required to prove that what? Tan theta equals to what? Cos beta over what? 6. That's what we are required to prove. The question is, okay, we all agree that we are going to use that, right? Because we are seeing cos, I know, okay, look, let's try cosine rule. Will it work? We have 2 sides and an included what? Angle. But the problem now, do we have HB? We don't. But let's go back to the diagram. I want you to go back. I want you to see something here. Are you aware that that side is common to both triangles? They are both 90. This is theta. That is theta. This angle, this side is equal to that side. It means this angle here is what? Beta. Does that make sense to you? Now, I wanted to check something. The examiner has put a 6. It means we have to use that 12. Make sense? Okay. Let's go play around our diagram now again. So you see that already we have what? Beta here. Can we complete this triangle? I think we can. Do you see? What is that? 180 minus sum of angles in the triangle. What would this be? X over. And now we can use either sine rule or cosine rule. Sine rule is always easier. Make sense? Let's try sine rule. Do you remember your sine rule? A over sine A equals to what? B over. If it doesn't work, then we go back to cosine rule, because in this case we can use the two of them. Okay, since I'm looking for what? 10 theta, right? So I'm working with this angle and that. Let's see. What is the side? X over tan what? Tan what? Theta over. See, I don't want to write over. Sine what? Beta equals to. I need to use the 12 so that I can get 6. How do we know that AH is equal to HB? Idris, are you watching Netflix? Idris, can you find HB from this triangle? Opposite. What is this? Adjacent. Tan theta is opposite over what? HB. Cross multiply and divide. What is HB? X over. Just by comparing these two triangles, they are the same. Oh, I knew you were going to say, oh. Oh. All right, but there's no problem. I'm glad you asked. That's the whole essence. Since I want to bring in 12, I need to use H. Right? And the opposite side. What is my side? 12x over what? Sine 180 minus 2b. Okay, look, the rest is algebra now. Algebra of trigonometry. Let's do this together quickly. Let's go and prove. Let's go and prove together. I hope me writing the division sign makes sense to you. It helps a lot. What are we going to get now? X over what? Tan theta times 1 over what? Sine B equals to what? 12x. Oh, what is sine 180 minus 2b? I think we can reduce that. That's in the second quadrant. Sine 180 minus theta. And sine is what? Positive. So what would that give me? Sine 2b. So let's simplify. We are looking for tan theta, right? Let's see. I don't know how you want to do it. X over, let me just go very slow, equals to what? 12x. Don't go and say 12 divided by 2 there because you want to get the 6. Sine 2b is an identity. What is sine 2b? Yes? No, we're multiplying, baby. We're not cross multiplying. That is addition. That one is plus and minus. A over B plus or minus C over D. Here we're just doing simple what? multiplication. What is this? 2 sine B cos what? B. I don't know how you want to do your maths. We want to find 10. You know, you can just reciprocate here. I don't know if you know. Whatever is at the bottom, take it to the top on both sides. That's what maths is all about. Maths is fun. Reciprocate both sides. So what do you have? Tan theta. But don't let me do what you're not used to. You want to cross multiply. It's fine. 2 times x. 2x. Oh, wait. Why are we saying 2 first? I'm sure we can. 6x. 6. Already we have a 6. Good. So let's cross multiply. What do we have? 2x sine beta cos what? Beta equals to what? 6x tan theta sine beta. What are we looking for? 10. Why? Sir, we don't explain why. No, Leslie. There's nothing wrong if you explain it. What do we have? 6x sine beta, right? 6x sine beta. Oh, I've already divided the 2, right? Okay. So what do we have? 6x would go. We're looking for 10 beta, right? What do we have? What are we left with? Cos beta over what? 6 equals to what? Easy does it, guys. We proved it. Break down your triangles into 2Ds. Check what you are given. Leslie, you can by saying what? Angles opposite equal sides. But see, we did it. Yes, we did it. We did it. We really, really did it. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Done. You know. Let's look at the last one quickly. I hope it's making sense. Last one, I'm not even going to waste my time. It is given that AH is 60. Beta is 40. Calculate the length, the height of the lighthouse. What's the height? The height is X. Really? This one. AH is 60. Beta is 40. Really now? Like really? Given that what? AH is what? 6. Is it 60? 60 meters. And beta is what? 40. Find what? X. Huh? Are you for real? Okay, let's see. Then let's just... we got X as something, right? We got AH. No, what did we get? We got tan theta. Wait. We got tan theta equals to what? X over... No. It's the other way. AH equals to what? X over... This is what comes to mind first, right? Okay, wait. We're looking for X. I thought it was very easy. Oh, we can write... We can actually go get tan theta there. Right, baby? Thank you. Cos what? Beta over 6. What is that? Cos 40 over 6. Try not to round off so many times. You know what? I'm not even going to do it. Leave it. What am I looking for? Check. I want you to let's learn to be smart. From here, we're looking for X. This is where we cross multiply. X equals to what? AH tan what? Theta. What is AH? 60. What is tan theta? Cos 40 over 6. Do you see? We use our calculator once. 7,66 meters. Confirm. Confirm. Please talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Did it make sense? Did this session make sense to you? Oh, yes. Idris says he used cos rule and it worked for the proven one. It should work because already we have all the triangle. Okay? It should. We have all the three sides. We have all the three. And we can use I told you we can use both sine and we can use what? Cos. So everyone, when you're done, you can try cos on that question and rework it. Okay, I'm glad, Monica. Leslie, are you fine now? Please give me responses, those of you in the house. We have quite a number of people. You still don't know your mistake. Okay, you can send it. I'll try to find it. You know I'm very good at finding those. All right, let's see how many questions we have left. Do you really want a break? Or we should just push? 1, 2, 3, 4. And these questions are hectic. Let's see. Oh, God. Graph. Amen. We have quite... guys, can we push? Can we push? There's no need for break. We only have, 51 minutes? 50 minutes. Can we... what are you saying? Guys, should we continue? Just flow. Can we just flow? It's just a 2.5 hour session. We're in grade 12 now. I need response. I don't want you to say it's met abuse, so I need consent. Okay, Lungile says, Leslie says I refuse to answer. Guys, are we continuing? Can I get 4 yeses or 5? Then we go on. If I can get 4, I've already gotten one from Lungile. Lungelo, right? Lungelo says yes. Lungelo, you're now double typing. Okay, Tlantla says yes. I have 2 yeses. Monica gave me the 3rd. I need 2 more so that it's not abuse against humanity. Mental torture for mathematics. Mental torture. Leslie said, oh, great. I have my 5 yeses. Eventually, I won. Leslie said, yes, this is a miracle happening. Just grab a cup of coffee quickly and get something. Oh, Idris says, yes. Come, let's work now. But so far, I've tried to make it simple and easy. We're just gliding over, right? It's kind of making sense. Okay. Look at this one again. Remember, cos 35 equals to P. It is not just P. It is what? P over 1. It's quadrant. Okay, let's run now. This we are not going to waste time. So we know that what? Cos 35 equals to what? P over 1. I don't know. Do we really need... Okay, we're going to need to draw. 35 is in the first quadrant. So let we draw quickly. Quickly. Don't let's waste time now. So here I'm going to fly. What is that? That's our 35. And cos is what? X over R. Or adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. Whichever one you're comfortable, it's still the same thing. 1, x. It means I must get what? The opposite. R squared equals to what? X squared plus y squared. 1 squared equals to x squared plus... What am I writing? P. By now you should know what our answer is though. 1 minus p squared and square root is y. So we're done there. Done. What is tan 35 now? What is tan 35? What is tan? Tan 35. Y over r. No, y over x. Or opposite over what? You know everything now. What's the answer? P squared over what? Over P. We're done. 3 marks. Boom. In the bag. Next one. I'm moving now quickly, guys. Sine negative 145. You've got to reduce that first. I've taught you how to reduce. Are you aware that it's sine 35? Huh? Yeah. Negative sine 35.
If you never have to do the reduce where you get wouldn't it be negative 35 and then to reduce you have to get
130?
180 minus 35.
No, 35 minus 180. It's negative 145. So we know that what? Sine negative 145 would be what? Negative sine 35. We've done this now. Right? In case I lost you again. Don't you, look here in grade 12. We are getting marks. Fast. Equals to shift sign answer. Boom. And already you have your triangle. Negative. What is sine? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Or what? Y over R. Do you know your Y? What is it? Over 1. We're done. Do you see we're done? Cos 70. It's a double angle. No, it's not cos 35 plus cos 35. That's 2 cos 35. If you say cos 35 plus cos 35, that is 2 cos 35. It's a double angle. It is cos 2 times 35. What is 2 times 35? 70. There we go. And this is same thing as what? This is actually your cos 2 what? Theta. And what is your cos 2 theta, by the way? Whichever one. There are 3 of them. Whichever. I don't even know which. I'm confused which one I want to use. Cos 2 theta is what? 2 cos squared theta minus 1. That's the easiest one for me now. 2 cos squared 35. What is cos 35? P. 3 marks done.
Okay, so whenever you double, you always just say you half it and 2 times and half.
Always find how to get 35 from what you are given.
So sir, like you see how we got the sine 150 on negative 35. You guys simply have to show how we do it.
No. In the exam, there's no mark for all those 180 plus 180. Nobody gives you mark for that. Let's try something. Let me add one more question to this. What is cos 17,5? No. Question number 4. Given this, let's try it. 35 divided by 2 is 17,5, right? No, I'm wrong. 17,5. Okay, so let's say an examiner gives us cos 17,5. What do we do? Let's just check something. This is cos what? 17. We want to find cos 17,5. We want to find cos 17,5. We have cos 35. Cos 35 is P. We want to find cos 17,5. Okay, this is called half angled now. Because the other one was double angle. Now we have what? Half the angle. How do we then do this? Okay. But let's check something. Are you aware? Okay, please watch this. Half angle. We're still going to use this formula. We're still going to use what? Cos 2 theta equals to what? 2 cos squared theta minus 1. I'm still going to use But my theta is what? 17, comma 5. Watch this. Cos 2 times 17, comma 5 equals to what? 2 cos squared 17, comma 5 minus 1. Right? What is 17, comma 5 times 2? 35. Cos 35 equals to what? 2 cos squared 17, comma 5 minus 1. What's cos 35? P. Can I bring the negative 1 over? Plus 1. Can I divide both sides by... Okay, let me do this. 2 cos squared what? 17. Are you okay? Can I divide both sides by 2? What do I have? P plus 1 over 2 equals to cos squared 17. Can I find the square root? No, examiners do this. So please learn the half angles now. Done. We're looking for cos 17, comma 5 in terms of P. So please learn the double angle, learn the half angle. Everything falls back on cos 2 theta. Did this question get home? Talk to me. Did I hit a nerve with this question? Quickly. Talk to me. Leslie, that question didn't. I've got one question here that looks interesting. Let's see. Are we okay? Can I move to? I've got one lovely question here. Let's see. It says, determine without the use of a calculator. Let's see. Another birthday gift. 2 sine negative 20. No, it's okay, baby. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Sine 160 minus cos 40. Without using a calculator, we should determine the value. So without using a calculator, we want the value. All right, let's see. The first thing I'm going to do here is I would walk around my sine negative 20. What are the rules I know? Sine negative theta is what? Is that fine with you? Let's see. So this is negative 2 sine 20. Can we reduce sine 160? It's in the second quadrant. Sine 20. Sine 20? We reduce, no, you don't reduce sine 20. 20 is an acute angle. 160. Sine what? 20. Minus cos. You see, I don't even know where we are going, but we're just seeing what to do. What do you notice here? What do you notice there? It's sine squared. Negative 2 sine squared 40 minus what? Cos 40. Interesting. How do we go from here? I am seeing cos 40. Okay, hold on. I think there's something here that looks like a 20 and 40 playing around, right? Wait. Let's do cos 40 on one side. Divide what? How can we divide, baby? We're looking for that. Equals to. All right. If we were to work with cos 220, cos 2 times 20, that's cos 40, right? I'm working with what? Cos 2 theta. Do you notice I have a sine squared? And I know that cos 2 theta is what? 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. That's the formula. So if I have cos 2, I'm replacing my theta with what? 20. And why do I keep writing my 0 like that? What would I have? 1 minus 2 sine squared. I made a mistake somewhere. This is 20. Because sine 20 times sine 20. So I am already seeing 20 and 40 double angles. So do you see that this is cos 40? 1 minus what? 2 sine squared 20. Oh, can we replace it? So what is this? Negative 2 sine squared 20 minus, use a bracket. 1 minus 2 sine squared what? 20. Can we open this bracket? Negative 2 sine squared 20 minus 1 plus 2 sine squared 20. Negative and positive. What's our answer? Negative 1. Double angles. Thank you for bringing the question. Sorry? I don't. We expand the bracket here. Negative times 1, negative times negative will be positive. This entire thing here is equal to that entire thing. And that's it. Okay, you got positive. I hope you can, and like we said, don't run away. Can we test and check? So that if you make a mistake, you can trace your way back and quickly what? Fix it. Let's check. 2 sine negative what? 20 sine 160, right? Minus cos 40. Negative 1. So you can quickly go through. How cos 40 changed? Double angles. Double angle. I see that I am working with what? So you've got to be observant now. I see I am working with 20 and a 40. Oh, and I know that 40 is double of 20. So I changed my 40 to what? 2 times 20.
So if we bring that here identical, we have to show that cos 40
Yes. So cos 2 theta. Now that's, go to your formula page and write double what? Angle there. Double means times 2. So cos 2, this is the formula. I'm just using the formula now. My theta is now 20. Do you see this is 40 now? I'm just replacing this. And I bring that in. Slansler, talk to me. Did this make sense to you? Leslie, did you find your mistake of negative? You said you got a positive. Slansler, please talk to me. Did this make sense? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Guys, you see, you don't let a question intimidate you. Just see what you can do. And now you're already seeing double. I've shown you how to work with double angles to get half angles as well. Just work with cos 2. See, that's the boss. So find a way of writing everything in terms of the given angle that you have. I've got a 40. Can I write it as a 20? Make sense? Yeah, probably you changed it wrong because we confirmed. And that's why I'm saying in an exam you got positive. Use a calculator. Once you see your calculator giving you negative 1, you go back and check. You know that a sign was not properly done. I'm glad we extended. Oh, guys, check this 8 marks. 8 beautiful marks. 8. Lovely. Can we get this in 3 minutes? I'm working with you here. Let's get this in 3 minutes. Don't worry about the squared when you first see the square. Don't worry about it. What is cos 90 minus A? Sine A. So what is cos 90 minus A? It's sine, right? But it's now what? Squared. So what do we have? Sine squared A minus cos squared A. Already 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. I think we're getting somewhere. What is sine A minus 360? It's sine A. Why is sine squared? I told you every time you see a 360, put a 0. Check here. Check here. Put a 0 there. What is A minus 0? 0. I'm done. Sine A. What is cos negative A? Cos A. That you should know. Plus, what is sine 180 plus A? It's in the third quadrant. We are used to that. Negative sine A. What is cos 180 minus A? It is in the second quadrant. And cos is what? Negative. So, put a bracket. Negative what? Cos A. Let's see how many marks we've gotten so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Out of 8. Oh. Let's see. Let's still lift the top. Although I see something here, I see an identity there. But let's leave it first. What do I have here? Sine A, cos A, negative times negative, positive. Positive what? Sine A. Remember, the examiner says to 1 trig ratio. Please check your formula page. What is sine squared A minus cos squared A? That formula is there. Check your formula page. Right now, you should know it though. Yeah, that's the only one there. What do you mean? Oh, okay. Minus. Let me explain. What you have on your formula page is what? Cos squared A minus what? Sine squared A equal to what? Cos 2A. But what you have here is sine squared minus cos squared. They have changed sides. So what do? Put a minus. That's all we're saying. You see where I'm going? Thank you. Now, what do we have at the bottom? Check. Sine A cos A plus sine A cos A. What is it? 2 sine A cos A. That's another identity. What is that? Sine? Oh, great. Sine 2A. So what do we have? Negative cos 2A over what? Sine 2A. What is this? Is this 10? Is this 10? Yes or no? No. It is 1 over 10 2A. 8 marks in the bag. Done. Come on. Are you still going to cry about trigs? No. Look, I think this lesson has been so simple. Simplified. All the tricks. We're reusing the tricks again. It's the formula page. It's reduction, quadrant, reduce 1 by 1, simplify. Come on. Let's move. Without the use of a calculator. What do you mean, Lungelo? Why the yo part? Okay, let me go back. Is my answer wrong? Want to confirm? Remember, we can put 1 here if you want. We can put 1 if you want to confirm if this answer. I showed you how to confirm. Yeah, we can put 1 to confirm. Let's confirm because I have doubts. I have doubters. I've got doubters. They're not very loyal. And I guess everyone knows who's not that loyal to me here. But let's check. I might have made a mistake. What is... Okay, we can... Please type it quickly. I want to just check something. We can even use... okay, let's use 1. Cos squared 90 minus 1 is what? 89. So cos 89 squared minus... This answer is actually 0. But let's... no, yeah, I'm correct. Because cos 89 squared minus cos 89 squared would give me 0. Oh, no, I'm saying my A is 1. Sorry, my bad. My A is what? 1. Are we okay? I'm replacing anywhere I have A with 1. Okay. Let's quickly walk through. Sine. What is 1 minus... Okay. 1 minus 360. 360. All right. Multiplied by what? Cos negative 1 plus sine. Okay, let's just say 181 to save time. And cos what? 179. Let's see. Keep your answer. Negative 28,636. If we see this answer, don't worry. You don't have to write it down. When you see it, you know. It's 28,636. Okay? It's negative. So let's go and check. Negative 1 over 10. 2 times 1 is what? 2. It's the same thing. Makes sense, guys? If it's not, then you'd go back and check where you made your mistake. You see, these are questions where you can confirm. I like questions where you can confirm you are right or wrong. Okay. Let's move. I hope everybody's okay. Let's look at this one. What would you do here? Don't panic. Listen. Don't what? Panic. The first thing I'm seeing a double angle. Do you see there's 32 and 64? That's the first thing I'm seeing. So, I know that this one can be written as what? Cos 2 times 32 plus sine 2 times what? 32 sine 32 over cos what? 32. That's the first thing I'm seeing. Okay. Let's see. Cos 2 times 32 is cos 2a. We want to prove that it is equal to 1. I'll show you something. There are 3 of them. I don't know which one to use. So I'll keep it. Let me show you. If you're not sure, keep it first. Let's deal with this one. This is sine 2a. Do you see sine 2a there? So it's what? 2 sine 32 cos 32 multiplied by sine 32 over cos. We are multiplying, so we are allowed to do that. Do you see this will give me what? 2 sine squared. That's the one I'm going to use here. The one that has a sine. It is 1 minus 2 sine squared. Do you see we are done? What do we have? 1 minus 2 sine squared what? 32. All of this goes. What's your answer? 1. 5 marks. I should have called this lesson double angle. Double angle lesson. But you see that, okay, we already seen 32 and 64. So our mind will be playing with how to reduce double angles and use those double angle identity. Beautiful. I'll send you the PDF, so relax. You'll get it. Let's prove. Let's start from the left-hand side. Okay. Let's start from the left-hand side. Root 2. Oh, this is interesting. Oof. All right. Okay. What can we prove? We have root 2 sine x plus 45. What is that? Huh? Yes. You can only do all of those 90, 180, and 100. Here we expand using our double what? Angles. Sine A plus B. That's what we can do, 45. when we are doing quadrants, we are working with what? 0, 90, 180, 270. All right? Sine x plus 45. There's no dummy angle here. You use your formula. What is sine A plus B? It is sine A cos B plus cos A sine. So let's be careful when we expand this. So what do we have? Sine x cos what? 45 plus cos x sine 45. Okay, beautiful. Minus, what is sine 90 minus x? Cos x. Do we agree? That we should know by now. What is cos 180? Okay. Now, this is algebra. Can we expand? Or before we expand, if you want to, we have a special angle there. What is cos 45? Root 2 over 2. Plus cos x. What is sine 45? Root 2 over 2. Minus cos x minus 1. Can we distribute? We don't know where we are going, but we are going to see. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. You can use your calculator to do that. What do you have? Sine x. Next one. Root 2 multiplied by all of those will give us 1. What do you have? Cos x. Oh, we're done with the bracket. Drop that. Negative cos x minus 1. What do you have? Now I wish I can write exams over and over again. Really? But guys, are you just enjoying? Take whatever you can do and keep going on. Never ever get overwhelmed. Start from wherever you can. I can do this. I can change this. This I can do. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, determine the minimum. Now we're looking at graphs. Guys, quickly. If I tell you sine x plus 45, do you know what has happened here? Sine x has been shifted 45 what? Degrees to the right. Left.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, horizontal shift. X's are always deceiving. That's what we say. Right. From experience. X's are always deceiving. Okay, so guys, if I have a sine graph, a normal sine graph, what is the maximum? 1. What is the minimum? Negative 1. So, it means I'm going to have what? Root 2. What's the minimum value of sine x plus 45? Because we are dealing with minimum. Negative what? 1. Make sense? Minus sine 90 minus x. What's the minimum value? It is still, that's a cos x graph. It is still what? Negative 1. Sine and cos, minimum values are what? Negative 1. That's negative 1. What is cos 180? Negative 1. So let's simplify. Let's multiply that. Negative root 2 plus 1 minus 1. What's your answer? Negative root 2. We're done. Leslie, what are you talking about now? Which question are you talking about? Why positive, baby? Which negative and negative is positive now? Yeah, it's negative root 2. Negative times negative. Positive 1. And then negative 1. What's that? 0. We were proving, right, Leslie? We were proving. Okay, let's run. Oh, it's like so much work today, hey? But it's so much fun. is this? Oh no, math is difficult. Arithmetic, which one am I repeating? Guys, I'm trying to run of time. I'm trying to run time. Which one? This one. Minimum value of sine. Just take note. Minimum value of sine x plus p and cos x plus p is -1. What is the maximum value of the same sine shifted horizontally graph and cos shifted horizontally graph? Is equal to what? 1. So the minimum value here, I'm going to use a highlighter. Minimum value is -1. That's it. This graph is what? Cos x. What is the minimum value? -1. So I have my minus and that my -1. And cos 180 is the value itself, -1. We simplify this and we get -√2. So understand the minimum and maximum value. I think maybe when I revise again, I'll do more of graphs for you and show you how to even get the range when the graph is shifted. It doesn't have a minimum, infinity. That's why your 10 graph value looks like that. It goes up and it comes from negative infinity. Arithmetic, are we good? I need to get this out of my way now quickly. What do we do here? It takes us back to what? Number patterns. Sum. What are we saying? Anywhere we see k, we put 1, then we put 2, then we put 3, then we put 4. Look, interpret what you can interpret. Don't let the examiner scare you. So what's my first value? K is 1. What is 1 minus 1? 0. 0 times 60? 0. Plus 60? 60. So my first value is what? Cos 60. I don't know if that makes sense to everyone. What is my second value? It's a plus. My K is now what? 2. 2 minus 1? 1. 1 times 60? 60. 60 plus 60? 120. You can use a calculator. Cos what? 120. Next one. 3 minus 1, 2. 120. 120 plus 60? 180. So you can see that this thing is moving in what? In terms of what? 60s. I can tell you the next one is what? Cos what? 240. Cos what? 300. Does that make sense? Already it's 5. Because 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 times 60, 240. 240 plus 60, 300. Let's reduce. Let's reduce. What is this? Cos 60. What is cos 120? Second quadrant. 180 minus 60. It's negative 60. It's in the second quadrant. It's negative. So what do we have? Negative what? Cos 60. What is cos 180? Negative 1. Those of you doing physics must know that work energy and power. What is cos 240? Reduce that. Yes? Minus 180. I said we did that today. Anytime you do cos and it gives you an angle greater than what? 90. You subtract what? 180. So cos 120, shift cos, it gives you 120 back, minus 180. What is cos 240? Are we reducing? You give me an answer. I don't want to keep giving you answers. What is cos 240? Maybe you should make a note of that. 120. But it must always be acute when you reduce. Is it 60? Whatever you get, minus 180. Minus what? Cos 60. What is 300? Cos 60. I'm done. What's your answer? This is 0. This is 0. What's your answer? -1. Guys, don't be intimidated. Don't refuse to let math intimidate you. General solution, beautiful. There are rules of general solution. Get on the website. If you want to deal with general solution, I have a lot of videos on general solution that I explain from the beginning. The rules. Never ever divide, except you are going to get what? 10. Make sure you walk through to get a single trig ratio. Watch out for trig trinomials. Look, I'm checking this. And try as much as possible, if you can, make it a single trig ratio best. Do you see I've got sine, I've got cos? It's a problem. And I'm not going to divide. But check, there's an identity here. Check your formula page quickly. Where do you have 2 sine squared x? Let's see. Beautiful. Give me. You have what? Cos 2x equals to what? 1 minus 2 sine squared x. No problem. Can I change sides? What do I have here? 2 sine squared x is what? 1 minus cos 2x. Let's see if it's going to work for us. Right? Okay. So let's put that in. What do we have? 1 minus cos 2x plus 5 cos x minus 4 equals to what? 0. Already I see my 1 minus 4 there to give me what? -3. So what do I have? Negative cos 2x plus 5 cos x minus 3 equals to 0. I want to get rid of cos 2 what? X. Don't work with that identity. But is there a cos 2x that is a cos? By the way, I can multiply all of this by negative. I'm trying to go the basic way ever. What is this? Cos 2x minus 5 cos x. It's kind of a trinomial. What is cos 2x? Plus 3, thank you. What is this? 2 cos squared x minus 1 minus 5 cos x plus 3 equals to what? 0. What do we have? 2 cos squared x minus 5 cos x, 3 minus 1 plus 2. All right, look. Let cos x be equal to k. We're done. What do you have? 2k squared minus 5k plus 2. I'm sure we can all factorize. Let's revise. You know how I do mine? I multiply the first and the last. What do I get? K squared minus 5k plus 4. You remember this method? Can we factorize this? This is very easy. K minus 4 minus 1. But I multiplied by 2. I'm going to divide by 2. Depends on whatever method works for you. This is k minus 2, and this is k minus half. I'm going to bring that 2 there. What do I have? K minus 2, 2k minus 1. I'm done. K minus 2, 2k minus 1 equals to 0. K minus 2 equals to 0. K equals to 2. Or 2k minus 1 equals to 0. 2k equals to 1. K equals to half. But I'm not interested in k. Right? What do we have? Cos what? X equals to 2. Do you know there's no solution here? Why? The maximum value of cos x is 1. We just spoke about that. What do I have here? Cos x equals to what? Half. Now, general solution on that. I don't know how you guys do it, but I'll stick to mine. Cos x equals to half. Let's walk through. Cos x equals to half. The first thing I see, this is positive. Where is cos positive? Quadrant 1 and quadrant what? 4. Theta here. What is this? 360 minus theta. Where theta is my reference what? Angle. What is my reference angle? 0, 0,9. 60. So I go to Q1. X equals to what? 60. Plus K what? 360. K being an element, I'm using X equals to theta. Q4. X equals to, what's my reduction? 360 minus reference angle, which is what? 60. Plus K 360. What is this? 300 plus K 360. K being an element of integers. I've got my 6 marks. Done. General solution. Leslie, you may ask, let's see, graphs. How many questions do we have left? Oof. People are tired. Okay. But okay, hold on. Here I can create another 30-minute session for us to deal with this. No, not today. But because there's no need to pump you with so many things. So we can do graphs on its own. Okay? But look so far. Guys, if we go back, I think we did we do all of this today? Yes. I'll create something else for the graphs so that we look at the graphs, but is it okay, guys? Have we learned? Please talk to me quickly. We have one more session, which is on Euclidean. So maybe on that day, I can first do that small session of trig and get it out of the way, and then we deal with Euclidean. Please, did it make sense? Are we good? Has it been helpful? Trigs has just been a lot, for me, I don't know. Has it been, can I say it has been a lot easier than, it's not hectic, guys. Use all the little skills. Avoid the little mistakes that we're making. Awesome, guys. Awesome, guys. So, all right. It's a school night, so we might just need to rest. Yep. And then we can do that other session later with Euclidean. Okay? All right, guys. I enjoyed myself. It was just amazing. It was amazing.